Today we'll be taking a look at the platinum carbon ink. In this video we'll be testing the ink on different papers to see if the paper quality affects its performance, and we'll also be checking to see how waterproof it really is. It's marketed as a premium quality ink, pricier than most, and it comes in a 60 ml glass bottle. It's suitable for fountain pens, it's permanent and also waterproof. Inside the bottle there's a little well to help you draw the ink out. This is really handy as it prevents any mess or spillage from occurring. I'm going to be using my Sailor Fude fountain pen with the platinum carbon ink inside. At a first glance you can see that the pigment is very intense and saturated. It comes out really nice and smoothly. It doesn't have a matte finish to it. I would say it's more shiny and glossy, which is good. It stands out a little bit better. It dries relatively fast and it is waterproof, so it layers watercolor really well on top. One thing to note is that although it dries fast, it does not dry immediately, so just be mindful, otherwise this can happen. Here I'm testing it out on some paper. This is the Moleskine notebook. It's a good reference for just general everyday use for writing. It's flowing nicely. It's crisp and black. Now I'm checking it on some textured watercolor paper. This is the Moleskine cold pressed watercolor paper. Regardless of the texture, it's still flowing nicely. And then the Strathmore paper, again, it's cold pressed with some texture on it. And then some etchr watercolor paper. This is also cold pressed, however it's more finer grain and it's 100% cotton. Overall, I think the ink does work well across all these papers, but when I'm comparing them side to side, I can see that the etchr one and the Moleskine notebook is slightly sharper compared to the other two. Now I'm checking to see if it's waterproof. There's no smudging or transfer, which is good. Where the ink is slightly more concentrated, there is a slight smudging. I am pushing quite hard with this, with the brush. Now with the Strathmore one, again no smudging, which is good. Where the ink is concentrated, it does smudge ever so slightly, and I am being quite pedantic with this. Overall, it's still not bad. Then the etchr paper, there's pretty much no transfer at all. It's quite impressive. I guess the 100% cotton content probably makes the difference. The ink generally does do a good job at being waterproof across all the papers, but you can see the etchr one is slightly better. So the paper quality does affect it a tiny bit. It is a very lovely ink overall. I really like the glossy black look. I hope this video was useful. If you do have any questions or anything else you'd like to see, please let me know, and thank you for watching.